Hello students, welcome to chapter 9, that's name is data handling. What is the meaning of data handling? First we have to come to the meaning of these two words because the whole chapter is lying inside these two words. The first word is data. Data means what? Data means it's a collection of facts. Okay, it will give you some information. So in the case of mathematics, when we are talking about the data, that is we will consider only the numerical figures. So what we will mean that data is it is a collection of facts, or that is in the form of numerical figure, that means in the figure of numbers which give you some information. How? Let's come for an example. Suppose in your class one quiz was conducted and 20 students has take part, and the marks they have obtained, it was recorded. Okay, so for ABCD, all the students of the 20 students, I have marked this, kept the mark of the students, that is one has got 3, one has got 7, one has got 8, one has got 5, one has got 4, 9, 10, 6, 7, etc. etc. So these are the scores they have obtained, that out of 10 mark for the 20 students I have written like that. Or suppose I have told that to the monitor that you write down all the marks they have scored. Now when all the marks he or she has written, maybe you have keep this record, but does it give you the complete information? Only you have some information that these are the scores the 20 students of your section has got during the maths quiz competition, but it's not giving you the complete thing. So what are the questions can arise after getting these scores? You may be asked what is the highest score? Yes. You may be asked how many students scored 7 marks? Yes or no? Yes. Suppose someone of your friend or your best friend has got 7. He is asking, hey, how many students of our class or who had take part in the competition has got 7? For comparing, you may ask, you people used to ask your friends. Then you may ask that how many students have scored 5 or less than 5? Yes, you can ask, because that is also that kind of competition when it is organized. You people used to compare the marks, how much he or she has got, how much you have got, like that. And also you can ask that how many students has got 9 or more than that, that means what is the full mark, or how many students has got full mark. That kind of questions may be asked. But when you are getting these informations, that you are not getting the complete one, so these questions can arise. How we will answer these things easily? So that part is called that handling the data. So before we come to the way of handling the data, we should know what are the ways or what are the keywords we will use for handling this data. So the first word, when the numbers I have written over here, you might have noticed the individual numbers, they are called raw data. They are not giving you the complete idea. That if you have told number 3, that means this is the score of one student. If you are telling number 7, this is the score of one student. Okay, so these are called raw data. Okay, now when you have written number 7, number 8, number 5, number 9, all these things, that individual numbers or each numbers, they are called observation. These are the observations. And so individual numbers are the observations. Then each observation, like let's take number 8. This is one observation. How many times it repeating in the list? You can see it has been repeated for 1, 2, 3. That means it has been repeated for thrice. 3 times it has repeated in this given list. So that repetition of a particular observation, that is called frequency. So here in this case, if I am talking about 8, that means its frequency will be 3. Like that, if I am talking about 6, tell me how many times it has been repeated? It is 1, 2, 3. Anywhere else? No. So for 6 also we will say its frequency is 6. Now let's come to the way where we can arrange them in a systematic way and we can answer all the questions easily. Let's come to that part. Let's see how we can organize this data. That example, that question I have given, and I have to answer all these questions easily. Okay, so quickly also how we can. So for that we will count for organizing this data. So for organizing the data, the first step what we have to do, this is we have to arrange all these numbers in ascending order, you can, or descending order also. So if you will arrange it in ascending order or descending order, what is the advantage you will get by that? That one advantage you will get, that is you can find out which is the smallest score someone has scored or what is the highest score. Let's come to that one. Here I have arranged all these data. Now you can tally this one what I have written here and what are the data we have in the questions. When we are telling, you can see what is the highest score, tell me. That is 10. 10 is the highest score. Okay, what is the smallest score? That is 5. Okay, someone has scored 5, so this is the smallest score. So when we are arranging these numbers in ascending or descending order, we use a term for that, that is called arrayed data. That means if we are arranging this one in ascending or descending order, that is called arrayed data. Now I have got this arrayed data, so now I am able to answer the first question. I can tell which is the highest score. Here we can answer by that only. Yes, that answer I have got, but till now I am not very confident to get the answer of another 3 questions. How can I get the answer of that another 3 questions? So for that, what I have to do, we will present them in a tabular form. Okay, so the tabular form we will use, that table is called frequency table. Yes, we will arrange all these data in this table, and that table is called frequency table. Why? Because here we will mark the frequency of individual observation. Here I have arranged the observations in ascending order. Now I will put them in this table. So how I can put them? For individual observation I will put a stroke. That straight stroke I will use for individual observation, like that. If it is 1, I will put only 1 line. If it is 4, I will put 4 stroke, like that. If my observation, that means frequency, is 5, so what I will do, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 slanting stroke I will put over there. So it is stands for 5, that means it is 5, this is means it is 4, and this is number 1 only. That means it will count the frequency of a particular observation, not the total, particular. Let's take this one to the tally mark table or this frequency table. How can I present this one? Let's come to that part. Okay, follow it carefully. Tell me, number 5, that the score 5, how many times it has been repeated? This observation has been repeated for only 1. So I will put only 1 stroke over here. That is 1 stroke is there. And how many student has got? Only 1 student has got 1. Okay, now number 6, how many times it has been repeated? Let's mark it. It is 1, 2, 3. So I will put 3 tally mark. 1, 2, 3. And how many students has got? That is 3. That the frequency of number 6, that means the repetition of number 6 of this observation, that is equal to 3. Now for number 7, how many times it has been repeated? It has been repeated for 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see now it has been repeated for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have presented it here, and the total numbers in the frequency or the number of students I will write 4. For number 8, let's count how many times it has been repeated here. 1, 2, 3. So the frequency of that one is 3. So in tally mark I will put 3 stroke, and the total number is 3. Let's come to number 9. How many times it has been appear here? It is repeated for 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put it here 1, 2, 3, 4. I have done. So here the total number of students who had got score 9, that is equal to number 4. Now come to number 10. How many students has got? Wow, it is 5 students has got full marks, that means 10. So here how I will mark it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And for 5, what I have told, I will put another one. Okay, so here I have got the complete record. Now suppose you have asked this question, how many students scored 7 marks? Tell me, how many student has scored 7 marks? You can answer it easily, yes or no. For 7 marks, what I will do, I will come to that field. Yes. So what will be the answer of question number 2? So my answer will be 4 students. They have got they have got 7 marks. Now in question number 3 you have asked how many students scored 5 or less than 5. So let's come to the 5 or less than 5. How many students are there in this field? You can find out. How many students has got 5 marks? Only one student is there. Okay, and less than 5, none, one is there. So here for bit 3 my answer will be only one student has got 5 or less than 5. Now let's come to the last question. In question number 4 you have asked how many students have scored 9 or more. Let's come to question number 4, and it's you have to come to that bit. Here how many student has got 9? Come to that total number, it is 4, and more than 9, that is here it is 5. So I will take the sum of these two, that is equal to 4 plus 5. I will add them, and what I will get for the answer 4, my answer will be total 9 students has got 9 students they have got 9 or more than 9. Okay, so now I think all of you have understood how to handle these data, that raw data you have, you can arrange them, and how you will arrange? You will arrange them in the frequency table, and for that you might have understood all the terms. What are the terms we have used? First term we have used, that is called data. So then what is the second one I have used? That is raw data. Raw data means individual numbers, and observation means the numerical values, that all the numerical values, these are the observations. Then what is frequency? How many times a particular number has been repeated, that is the frequency. Then why we have used these things? Now you have understood that frequency has appeared here in the frequency table. So before I come to the frequency table, what is the thing we have to do? We have to arrange this given data in ascending or descending order. So when we are arranging them in ascending or descending order, that is called arrayed data. So this is the main thing we will do when we are going for organizing the data. So first we will arrange them in ascending or descending order, then these arrayed data we will present in the frequency table. And frequency table means here we will get the frequency of individual observations. Individual observation means what? The scores. All the scores. Number 5, how many times has been repeated? Number 6, how many times has been repeated? Number 7, how many times has been repeated? 8, how many times has been repeated? Number 9, how many times has been repeated? And number 10, how many times has been repeated? So all these things we will present in that tabular form, and that table is called frequency table. Okay, let's come to the exercise. I hope you are confident to solve the questions from the exercise.